Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? So good, I hope. So good. I am just waiting for this to pop up on my laptop. There seems to be like this little weird lag in between my phone camera and the laptop, which are right beside each other, by the way. Weird. Anyway, I have so much to talk about today. I hope you do too. I hope you have a nice, good, long chat. So, we are, let's see. If you are brand new here, if you would like, follow and subscribe to Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, I would greatly appreciate that. And then, if you would, share Corbiere-Scott Designs on with any of your artsy friends that you think might be interested in what we do here, that would be greatly appreciated also. Let's see if we're there yet. Has anyone joined me? Not just yet. I don't know what the holdup is, but anyway. Good morning. Whoops. I think I am. Oh, I went out completely out of Facebook. I was looking at the top of my phone and, there we go. There we go. Now we're live. Maybe that's what I need to do. Like, go out and come in. Good morning, Debbie. How are you? So anyway, if you would like, follow, subscribe, share, comment, I would greatly appreciate that. Anyway, I wanted to talk about so we have a lot of stuff to talk about today for our 2025. Hey Sue, our 2025 art journal, right? Our composition art journal. So I drew some cover art. So I'm still working on this, but I drew some cover art. So you can find it on my website under Capture 2025. Good morning, Valerie. How are you? So we are going to fill this with color, and then we are going to cover our art journal with it. So I was thinking about, and remember, this is the page, our first page in our art journal, which is our capture, is our word of the year. And so I wanted to show you that I really did finish coloring it. I'm still like adding bits and bobs as I go along. These flowers, I had done the lavender dots on top of the deeper violet. And then I came in and did some white because I felt like that was going to just add a little something, and I like it. So I think I'll continue with that. I mean, that's just the thing, right? We can just keep adding things and adding things, whatever we want. It's ours, right? And I do kind of like the idea of sometimes working. Good morning, Tam. No way. That's crazy. Tammy, could you do me a favor and could you put a link to this printout in the comments, please? So anyway, this is the Timmy art printable. I think everybody here was here for that pop-in paint party, but if not, it's the Timmy art printable, and we are going to fill this with things we want to capture in 2025. And so I started my capture by filling it. Thanks, Tam. Good morning, Kay. So I colored mine, and then I started to write down things I wanted to capture that later on I will, like, all of these things I wanted to remember from 2025 will be right here in this art journal. So I have the Rose Parade and Brunch at Debbie's, and then Art Day with Lauren and Tessa, and then Lions clinch the playoffs. Stop it! I'm so excited about that. Anyway, I'm just going to keep filling in all of the bits and bobs. I was talking to Joni the other day, and she said, but some of my colors are dark. And I go, yeah, so then journal in a white pen, right? It can be black and white and whatever we want, right? It can be whatever we want. Because it's ours, right? So, let's see. Prime this. And I'm using the, remember, I'm using this new pen I got, Pentel Milky Pop. So, I got this when I took Desiree to Arizona Art Supply. And sweet girl, I adore her. She was like, ooh, Auntie, look at all the pens. I was like, yes, ma'am. So she was all about the pens too. So I know she's walking the good line. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just going to keep adding these whites. And just note, like, that's what I said earlier. You can just keep growing it, right? And then while you're playing with this, and I hope that you guys have put things that you want to capture on your 2025 on your Timmy art printable. And this won't last the whole year. It'll last however it lasts, and then we'll move on to whatever the next one is. Maybe I'll draw a new coverall. Maybe we'll print this again and color it in different colorways. I don't know. For right now, let's just concentrate on where we are. Oh, I love it so much. So, what did I want to tell you about? Well, this cold is lingering. I feel way better than I sound. I hope that everybody has follows myself and my team on social media. Tessa and Lauren, they're the most active on social media, and if you follow me, then I repost their projects because they're on my design team. That's part of the deal. Anyway, oh my gosh, I'm loving the add of white. This is making it's just adding another layer of yumminess. Anyway, I hope that you are using your first capture art printable to just capture things that, you know, I saw one that wasn't done down here. Things that you want to remember. I was watching that football game, and oh my gosh, I was just so proud of those stinking Lions. But I told Jeff, I go, you know what? This is just step one. Yikes. There's no picture because I haven't yet. There's no picture yet because I haven't colored mine in yet. And I have a picture, the picture that I posted on Instagram this morning of my composition book and all my art supplies, but it was taking too long, and so I will post a picture eventually. There's no picture, no, because can I tell you something? Today's art printable was supposed to be something totally different, but yesterday I thought this up. So you get a glimpse into my mind. Lauren says, when inspiration hits, you just have to take it with you. You just have to go for it. And that's kind of what I did yesterday. So I'm thinking about, this is my cover art. What do I want to do with it? Like, where do I want to take it? What colorways do I want to use? I just don't know just yet. But I know I really want to use that coral. I was telling Tammy yesterday, I had so much fun with these mild liners last week that I went to Jet Pens and opened so many more. So many more. I ordered so many more. And Jet Pens is so amazing because they're already on their way. So I'm thinking I want to do some more highlighters. Remember we talked about if you're trying something new, a new medium, or a new medium to you, do it many, many times. Do it, so I'm going to use these mild liners, I think I want to do green, fill all the dots in as green. I watched this British show called The Chelsea Detective. Oh, I love The Chelsea Detective. There's this detective and he only rides a bike. He doesn't drive. He rides a bike around Chelsea, where he lives, and he's quite eccentric, as most detective. Anyway, I just thought it would be fun to start this process, right? Oh my gosh, I'm loving it so much. Oh, Peg, what do you agree about? Ugh. That lag is so frustrating. The lag between what I say and what you comment. And there's nothing to rectify it. Okay, I'm just going to keep coloring. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for those new pens to arrive. And Jet Pens, like I said, their shipping is so fast. Yes, it just hits whenever it hits. Because I had a whole different idea that I guess I'll save for something else. And I have another art printable that will probably come out mid-month. Ta-da! This green is looking so pretty, isn't it? Oh my gosh. So, did anybody ever watch... No, I don't remember what the name of her... I'm telling you, Tam, it's like it's never going to go away. That's what it feels like. It's never going to go away. But it will. Now my poor dad has a cold. I said, Dad, we both have to get better by the end of the month. Because he's coming out here and it's my art retreat. And he was like, we absolutely do. Ta-da. Look how pretty that looks. Just the green. Look, do the green all the way down. Shut it. That would be so cute, wouldn't it? Oh my gosh, I'm loving this so much. So I hope that you'll, oh, Peg, you gotta go. Jet pens. And you know what? You'll be hooked. You'll be hooked, sister. Now I'm thinking, if I do green here, what if I wait for the other pens to arrive, and I do like a rainbow in the background, right? Roy G. Biv, right? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. I don't know. But I do need to think about how I want to fill in the numbers. Everybody take a big drink. Oh, Valerie, yikes. Looks like you'll probably, I bet you'll be staying in today. We're supposed to get cooler by 10 degrees this week. Retreat goers, I have my Ludens. Retreat goers, Joni and I are going paint shopping today for the retreat. How exciting is that? What else do I have? I'm thinking about the flowers. I kind of really like, let's see. You can bring whatever you want, Deb. I thought that you might want to bring your art journal from last year's retreat. If you still have blank pages, if you want to bring the 2024 art journal from Pop and Paint Party, whatever. That's a deep pink. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. Okay, this is the paint. This is the green that I used. Hi, Lynn. Mild liners. I ordered a whole bunch of mild liners from Jet Pens. I tried to order from small businesses first. Calliope. I like to order from Calliope. but I kind of wanted them quick. And Calliope is usually pretty quick about mailing. But I kind of wanted them this week so I could color with them this week for this assignment. And so that's what I did. Not saying that I won't place another order from Calliope. Oh, I totally will. So right now, these are the colors of mild lighters that I have right now. I thought I had a yellow, but maybe not. I have many highlighters. Oh, that one. Maybe I'll just color them all green, and then so then that's kind of representative of the greenery. Let's do that instead. Anyway, so I was talking about a show. So there's a judge named Lynn Toller. I think her show was Divorce Court or something. I never really watched that show, but I really liked her as a person. And so I follow her on social media, and I find her quite interesting. She lives here in Arizona, and she's not on her show anymore because her husband died unexpectedly not very long ago, like maybe last year, maybe the year before. Anyway, she's just the most fascinating person. I've read a couple of her books. She has one that she wrote about her mom's wisdom, which I thought was brilliant. Anyway, she has good days and bad days with grief, and Peggy and I were just talking about grief is such a funny thing, you know. It kind of comes and goes, and you just gotta ride the wave of it. I know that sounds cuckoo, but you do kind of just have to ride the wave of grief. And there's no timetable on that. Everybody's going to deal with it in the way that feels right to them. But I will say, as a person who's lost a lot of people in my life, grief is a tricky person. It sneaks up on you. It is crazy. Anyway, so like I said, I follow her on social media. And she was talking about, she belongs to this volunteer group, and so she went to this place where they wanted to help people move into something, move into like some more permanent housing or something like that. Anyway, she said that when she walked into the room, there was a couple of moms with their children that were going to be moving into this housing. And she said this one baby just caught her eye. And so she smiled at the baby, and the baby smiled back. And then she said she went in for her little meeting with the person who was in charge, and they decided that they didn't need her to volunteer that day. And so she said, okay. And as she's leaving, she walks out after her meeting, and that baby is still in the... It is a sneaky bitch, that's for sure. That's for sure, Peg. So as she's leaving, she sees that baby again. And she asked the mom if she could hold her. And the mom says yes, because she recognizes who she is, right? So she's holding the baby and smiling. And then another lady comes over and she says, my mom watches you all the time. Can I get a picture? And she says yes. And so they take a picture. And then the mom of the baby takes her picture with the baby. And so Judge Lynn asks if she can have a copy of that picture. She said yes. And then she said, and are you all right if I post it? And she said yes. And then she starts talking about the most fascinating thing. She starts talking about there was this study. There was a study in 1938 about eugenics, and it's called the Grant Study. And she said it was set to, it was, the Grant Study took place in 1938, and eugenics was all the rage back then. And this study was set to explore eugenics. And she says, come to find out its strength, numbers, and quality of relationships that are the most predictive of happiness, which I thought was fascinating. That happiness is measured in smiles and laughter, not in money, likes, or views. Fascinating. Fascinating. And so I just found that really fascinating, and sorry, just enjoying my Ludens. They do help, that's for sure. Anyway, that just got me thinking, and that's what listening to her usually does. You know, makes me think, and I like that. I like people who just kind of plant a thought in your mind. Anyway, she's talking about happiness, and that happiness comes from such simple things. And I just thought, that's us, isn't it? Happiness, for us, happiness is playing with color, right? Playing with color, and the smiles it brings to us. And sometimes those smiles are deep inside of us, right? Because a lot of us create by ourselves. But we have this hour, right? We have this hour that we're together. I love that. And I just look so forward to it every week. My Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Because I know you guys will fill my cup up, and hopefully I can fill your cup up too. I'm almost done with my green dots. Da-da-da-da. There we go. I think that might be it. But let's double check, because you know what? I always miss something. Joan Didion's book about her grief. No, but I did buy... Oh, Michelle, that's brilliant. So I did buy this book by an author that I really like. His name is Danny Gregory, and he's an artist. And he, A Kiss Before You Go, he lost his wife, and which is just unimaginable, isn't it? Anyway, he is an illustrator, and I have another, I think I have 2 of his other books. And he talks about he illustrates his grief, and I just thought that was just kind of a catalyst for me. It was just a catalyst for me. I'm just drawn to him, no pun intended. Because I felt like I do work out a lot of my feelings through art. Like I do get a lot of emotions out through art. And I hope that you do too. I hope that you do too. And I'm feeling like, what about this? The centers of these kind of flower power 70s flowers. I love them. I love them so much. I knew I had to include them. They're so reminiscent of my childhood. Or my teenage years. All of it. I know. I know, okay. It was a bad one. It was a bad one. Drawn to him. Yes, I love him. I love him. Danny. Okay. I kind of like that. I tried to have things, lots of different, I wanted to kind of balance, you know, project or just keeping sane. I believe, Michelle, that they are one and the same. Yes, Lynn, I just adore him. Yeah. I do just adore him. Let's see. One of these. I wanted to talk to you about something that I had read. There's a cosmic event coming up on January 25th where all the planets will align and light up the night sky. The ones that you can see with your naked eye are Mars, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn. The rest you'd need a telescope. But how cool is that? The planets will align for us on the 25th of the 25th year. Shut up. I loved that. I couldn't remember if I had talked about that or not. Oh my gosh, we had, so Jeff, I think I was talking to you guys about this. Jeff had ordered a cylinder for his jack out in the garage. And so a box from Amazon, I was working down here and the UPS guy said, UPS, and I said, thank you. And because the front door was open. And then I went upstairs because my we live in a tri-level, so my studio is in the basement, but I can see the front door. And so I went upstairs to see it, and it was this giant box. I mean, to tell you, like taller than Jeff and super, super heavy. So he just left it on the door, leaning against the wall by the front door outside. And Jeff came home shortly after that, and I said, babe, look at this crazy box. And he goes, what is it? Did you order something? No. Me? No. Him? No. He goes, no, all I ordered was this cylinder. So he brings it in the house, and he starts to open it, and he's like, this is a bed frame. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Anyway, he said, so he starts to open it, and then I go, well, babe, look, check it. Are you sure it came in your name? Jeff is 6'4". No way, Lynn. My husband is pretty tall. You should have said hey. Anyway, so we checked the tag, and the tag said that was the same number, like the order number as his jack part. So we wrapped it back up, and Jeff wrote a note to Amazon, and they said, Geoff. He is a hottie. He is. Tim's not so bad on the eyes either, Deb. I'm just saying. Anyway, that was Friday that arrived. And that is, they just picked it up yesterday. They were supposed to pick it up that day. So Jeff's been taking that box out because we bring it in at night, which is crazy because I don't know who could lift it. But we bring it in at night and put it back out in the morning, and they finally picked it up yesterday. And the guy said, Todd, sorry. I was thinking of somebody else named Tim. Sorry. So the UPS guy came, and he was like, this says it's only supposed to weigh 30 pounds. Jeff was like, nope, it does not only weigh 30 pounds. It is very heavy. That's Jeff's. I will just tell you, Lynn, Jeff is always looking for the shortest checkout. I don't mind waiting. He is a very impatient person. While I'm pondering what color I want to do next, let's do some comfort book. How are we doing on time? Oh, we got lots of time. All right. Let's see. Words. At the university, doing my master's degree in English literature, I continually felt stupid. And the reason was, we just read this one. We just read that one. He has not gotten his part. I swear. Crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. But so remember I told you guys that all the presents that I ordered for him didn't come in time for Christmas? And so slowly they've been trickling in. I mean, ever so slowly. And yesterday I got a notice, an email that one of them was canceled because they sold out. So frustrating. So frustrating. Okay. Here we go. So everyone seems to agree that we should just stick with the comfort book this year. So that's what we'll do. If we change our mind 6 months in, we can absolutely do that too. But I do love this book. And it's like we just keep reading it and reading it and reading it. When I am in search of some evidence of the freak randomness of my existence, I think of the generations directly above me. I think of my grandmother on my father's side, who studied art at Central St. Martin's in the 1930s. As part of her course, she had a year's placement at an art college in Vienna. While there, she witnessed Hitler's annexation of Austria into Nazi Germany in 1938. My grandmother was Jewish, and almost immediately after the annexation, the Auschwitz Jewish people were targeted. Paraded in the street, made to clean graffiti, publicly humiliated. My grandmother got out. She caught the very last train to France she could find, and according to family legend, was allowed on board only after flirting with the Nazi guard at the station. She was barely more than a teenager. Then, directly because of this proximity to the terrors of Nazism, when war broke out, she decided to become a volunteer nurse and fell in love with my grandfather after he suffered burn injuries during the Blitz. They had 3 children. One was my father, who in the 1960s dropped out of Oxford University to study architecture in Sheffield. It was there he met my mother, who had dropped out of drama school in Bristol to go to teacher training in South Yorkshire. My mother, who had been abandoned as a baby for reasons she still doesn't understand, grew up with her adoptive parents on a farm in Devon, hundreds of miles away from my father's childhood home in Sussex, their paths not crossing until they both entered Sheffield's Queen's Head pub one day in 1969. This is not that remarkable a story, or rather, it is equally as remarkable as everyone's origin story. We all come from randomness. We exist out of uncertainty, out of near impossibility, and yet we exist. So when you feel the odds are against you, it is important to realize that they are never so against you as they were when you didn't exist. And there you are. We are existing. Oh, I love that. Gosh, I love this book. I love it, love it, love it. So now I need to choose another color. So let's choose pink, I think. I think I have one that's a brush tip. Yeah. And one that's a chisel, and they seem to be the same color, I think. Which one do I want to color next? You know what? I think I want to try that brush one. I feel like let's do the centers. There we go. Is that all of them? I thought I did more long skinnies. This one. I was going to pull this out too to see if there was something. I thought I had a gel pen that I wanted to do. Well, let's see. My cup of gel pens. I have that one. That one. Maybe. Let's see. Where's my... Oh, look at this. Don't live the same year 75 times and call it a life. You guys. That's a good one, right? Ooh, this would go perfectly with that one. Now. Ooh, that would be nice with that. This is ochre, I think. That's a little too deep, I believe. I've been thinking about this and thinking about this. Remember we did this, I don't remember what we were coloring, but I do remember the technique. I remember that we kind of did some tone on tone. We did like watercolor and then we did gel pen on top. And I remember doing some stippling. To enhance something, and now I don't remember what it was, but I do remember the stippling part. I loved stippling in college. I loved it. I think I've shown you guys that Joan Crawford that I did, that the whole thing was stippling. Oh my gosh, I loved that. That was so fun. So I hope you do the same. I hope you... So these are Sakura Jelly Roll. These are this is Moonlight. I just, you know what, when I'm shopping for gel pens, I'm looking at colors. I don't often look at the kind they are. I tend to just get the plain old jelly rolls, and I usually like a 10, but not a lot of colors come in 10, so sometimes you have to settle for a 6 or an 8 just to get the color. Tammy and I are very dangerous together. We when we go to Dick Blick, when you walk into Dick Blick, there's this giant circle display, like a big round display full of pens. That's a bad scene. Because we've talked about pens earlier, right? Which set did you get for Christmas, Valerie? The Moonlight ones or just the Jelly Rollers? Well, Lynn, we'll have to try and make that happen. It doesn't take much to convince me to go to Dick Blick or Arizona Art Supply. Arizona Art Supply is kind of my favorite because it's a local, it's independent. It's an independent, hey, am I still there, you guys? My computer says, oh, my back. Did it go away? If so, it looks like I'm back up. You know what though? I'm telling you, Valerie, if I go there often, I don't always spend a lot of money. Sometimes I just get a few things that I'm that I am kind of looking for, I always get something more than what I'm looking for, but I usually go in there with a purpose. Arizona Art Supply, I find myself going there just to browse, because they always have something unique there. You know what I mean? And I do like to support independent stores more than oh my gosh, this looks so good. More than chains, you know. But I do go to chains because they have art supplies. And I like these to be, because it's the moonlight ones. Valerie, so did you say which set you got for Christmas? Was it the moonlight or was it the just the jelly rollers? Oh, that one's a moonlight too. Huh. So on Thursday, on Thursday. So tomorrow, in Stitch Along, I am working on a new piece. It's an old piece, but it's new for me to work on it in our Stitch Along. And it's a tea towel. And then where I'm going to choose my own colors, and I'm going to, oh my gosh, Stardust, Moonlight, and Glaze. Stop it, Valerie. Oh, Jerry's is fun too. It is. It's just, it's far away from us, isn't it, Lynn? It's way on the other side of the creation. Everybody take a drink. Glaze are fun. I have some of those in this cup too. So next, I also have these pens that I want. Remember, I think I talked about this last week. I found these at my local scrapbook store, Scraps of Love. So they're by Karen Markers, which I love my Karen Markers. I got Star Sparks, Metallic, and Milky Way. So, let's see. This is Star Spark. I just bought one of each color because I kind of wanted to get to know them. So this is very sparkly. That's kind of pretty. And this one is Milky Way. Let's see what that one is. I tried to get all gray, gray or black. I think this is the one that's gray. It says it, but it's in the most minuscule, no, this one's black. The most minuscule type. Yes, Tam. You did, okay, what did you say? I brought mine to Georgia so you could show us what to do with them during a class. That's a good idea. And this one, this is the gray. And this is the metallic. Kind of loving that. So I'm thinking, though, these would be fun for good for enhancing things too. So I swear, Valerie, me too. I'll be right beside you. Oh, I need to finish this. Finish what you started, Anne. My poor discombobulated brain. There we go. I just really like, I think I was mixed media before that was a moniker. Do you know what I mean? I love mixing art supplies. I love layers and layers. And I've done it for years, and now it's a thing. I'm like, oh my gosh. I love it so much. I just love, sometimes I will just pull out art supplies, like everything that I have that's orange, right? Everything that I have that's orange. And then I will just start playing with that in my art journal. So I thought that might be a fun thing for us to do in 2025, is to really enhance our mixed media practice. Is anybody watching Landman? Oh my gosh, that's a good show. Jeff and I just watched the latest episode last night. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. Yes, please, to mixed media, to enhancing our mixed media. Okay. I will put that on the books for us. And remember, start slow. Like, don't do a lot. Just start slow. You can always add more. It's harder to take it away. That is making me so happy because it's so subtle. It's so subtle. Oh, I have so many ideas. Too many ideas for the amount of time I have. Do you know what I mean? Oh my goodness. I'm loving it so much. Oh my gosh, Peggy, it's so good. I just love it. I just love Taylor Sheridan always writes how do I want to say, like, about flawed individuals. Do you know what I mean? Because we're all flawed individuals. But I just find his writing to be so it's just engaging. You just get hooked. We've watched almost everything he's had out, I think. We watched the 688s movie. Oh my gosh, if you get a chance, watch that. It's so good. About the first Black women, I believe they were in the Army group. I don't remember what the group is in an Army brigade, or I don't know. Anyway, oh my gosh. In World War II, so you know they got no respect at all. Anyway, it just talks about their journey and that nobody knew their story. And now there's a documentary. It is pretty violent. It is. And I'm not usually that kind of a person either, but I do love that show. I do like, what's the other one that we're watching? The Agency. Has anybody watched that? With Michael Fassbender. And, oh gosh. Oh, I don't remember her name. She's a gorgeous actress that was in Bad Monkey. Oh, Tam, what's her name? She was the Dragon Queen. Oh my gosh, I'm loving that so much. I don't know where I want to go next. Yeah, I don't trust my memory for anything, Lynn. I have to write every single thing down. Okay. So, it is time to bid you adieu. But first, I need to say thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for just hanging with me and making art with me and buying my art printables. I can't tell you. Ooh, souffle. Those are fun too. I might need to go to the dang art store again. Well, I'm going paint shopping with Joni, with Joni, so you never know. I might pick up a souffle or two along the way. Have an amazing, terrific Tuesday. And I will see you tomorrow in Stitch Along. And then I will see you again on Thursday. Thanks, Michelle. I will see you again on Thursday when we start to, work on these pieces just a little bit more and start to build our Capture 2025 art journal. I adore you all. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.